Hello and welcome back to Healthy You Happy Hair. Coach April here. Thanks as always for tuning into the channel. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel and go ahead and turn on your notifications so that way you can keep up to date. So this is part 2 of the Fit and Natural While Pregnant. I'm basically 39 weeks at this point. I was at the supermarket. A young lady and a young man were at the register checking me out. The young lady, she was asking if I'm having a boy or a girl, and the young man said, oh, she's having a boy because girls take your beauty away and boys give you beauty, which all these old wives' tales it's funny to me, but hey, whatever, I'll take it. And the young lady said, oh, see, that's why I'm afraid to have kids. I don't want my body to basically be all broken down, and I don't want my look to change or anything. And I said, well, you can change your lifestyle now so that way you can set things up to where you have habits that are going to help you to safeguard certain things. It's not to guarantee anything because any kind of complication can pop up and you don't want to blame yourself or feel guilty. That's not where I'm going with it. But sometimes we just automatically think negatively without being proactive. With that being said, I have 3 more tips that I wanted to share on this video. The first tip would be, this is if you're pregnant or not, but really if you're not pregnant, so I'm kind of rewinding. Start establishing routines now that's going to help you throughout your childbearing years and beyond, right? Like, you don't have to wait until there's some kind of trigger or emergency. Start doing things now that's going to be conducive to a healthy, active lifestyle. That's the goal. You want to feel good, right? You want to look good. You want to present your best to the world. It doesn't mean that everything's going to change right away. And that's routines in any regard. Like, if you have hair issues, start establishing a hair schedule. So I know that 4 times a year, every February, every May, every August, every November, or around those times, I'm going to get a trim, right? So it's just establishing little things like that to make sure that your self-care is on point. Once again, doesn't mean that, oh, you got everything down pat. No, it just means that I'm progressing to being better. You figure out the things that matter to you. You figure out the necessities. You figure out what you see for yourself, and you start to say, okay, let me write out some goals that would make sense and push me in that direction. All right, now how can I establish this throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year to make sure that these things are covered? Try not to focus on what you can't do or what you're not willing to do or what you think is too far from you. Just have little baby steps. Those baby steps turn into bigger steps that turn into bigger steps. And before you know it, you're running and jumping and leaping, and it all started because you said, you know what, I'm just going to change. The second thing I would say is, and this has helped me tremendously, this is a cornerstone for me, you want to have people around you that's going to push you in the way of where you're trying to go. Right? Like, I can recall my first pregnancy, just kind of like, was very typical. It's what we hear all the time. Kind of like, oh, well, girl, do what you want. You're pregnant. Yeah, you want to feel like, okay, I can satisfy this craving. But on the same token, it's like, think about it. Like, you're feeding a baby, you're feeding yourself. So if you have people in your life or in your corner that's not really supportive of you really just going for it, really saying, I'm just going to do this, I'm going to give it my best, I'm going to change my life, you're going to have to connect with some people that are. I mean, the Herbalife community has been a tremendous reason why I am consistent. I'm just so grateful having the connection, having the community, having the accountability, having the support, some people cheering you on and letting you know you're really doing a good job. It's not about perfection. It's about you really making that choice to be committed to you and committed to a better life for you and your family. Third thing, and this is the same thing with the part 1, the nutrition. Guys, I can't say it enough. When you're talking about approaching a fit or healthy, active lifestyle, then you're talking about having hair that is hair that you can be proud of, and that's not reduced to a certain texture or length. That's hair that you can be proud of, hair that you've invested in and that you know is healthy, right? But knowing that it's like, I'm doing my best for my crown to flourish, it's something to be proud of. So you're talking about being healthy and fit, talking about having healthy, natural hair, and then in this case, talking about being pregnant too. But you don't even have to go to the pregnant component. Let's just look at the fit and natural part. Merging the journeys and making it simple, taking in supplements and food and water and drinks that are going to be conducive to both your fitness and your health and having in turn healthy hair that flourishes because of that, you want to look at foods that are nutrient dense, like things that are going to cover a whole bunch of stuff at one time. Try to make it about your health and not so much about your weight and your appearance. Your weight and your appearance are going to automatically be affected by how serious you are about your health being on point. But you can frustrate yourself if it's all about weight and appearance, because that doesn't mean that you're really being strategic with the health part. It doesn't mean that you're covering the health part. And so therefore you might still have gaps. But if you cover the health part, your weight and your appearance are automatically going to change and be in alignment with a healthier you, right? And guess what? That's going to affect your hair. And if you're pregnant like me, that's going to affect your baby. So I hope this video was helpful. I mean, we're going to keep talking about these topics of being fit and natural and, you know, just all kinds of stuff. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I definitely want to connect with you. Hit me up on Instagram. It's FitNaturalista. There you go, right on the screen. And you can also hit me up on my website. I would love to get you a free wellness profile and evaluation, which also comes with a free meal plan guide, as well as an exercise routine. That is tasteyoursuccess.goherbalife.com. And perhaps on the next video, I will no longer be with child, but actually have a baby in my arms. So guys, pray for me, right? And I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye. Have a great one.